Right, so apologies to anyone who has come here hoping to have a good time, because the first poem I'm about to do is about going out and not having a good time. I don't like people. I don't like meeting them. Who, what, when, where, I just don't care anymore. You can invite me out to the biggest night in town, and I will still come out with a frown on my face. Please, don't tell me to turn that frown upside down. I don't see how decapitating myself is going to help with anything. In fact, it isn't anything that anyone's done. I just don't see the fun in gearing up for a big night without a bike to ride. Metaphors suck, okay? I may as well say it to your face, but your face is hovering away from me, dancing and prancing around all these people staring into space, raising their drinks to whatever silly holiday it is. It's International Toilet Day! Oh, piss off. Why spend hours downing pints and shots for the sake of a night to forget? It isn't cheap or sanitary, and besides, there's a better drink for forgetting parts of your life. It's called bleach. This isn't supposed to be a rage against the party hype machine. I've just seen that it isn't always what's best for me. Big sounds, big lights, they're nothing but effects tailored to the theme of the night. I surprise myself each time. I tell myself that tonight's the night. I don't see how it differs from any other night, other than the fact I happen to have a drink in my hand. I tell myself to down 6 pints. I choke after 2 mouthfuls. It looks like I've had a stroke while swimming up a waterfall. There's no keeping up appearances. Yeah, with my plastered peers. I'm the outsider. Well, you'll do nothing but whine and dampen their spirits. If my assignment was to have a good time, then I failed. I can't keep my gin up. I can't even down my sorrows. In spite of everything, there's just no satisfying me. Might as well give up and stroll on home. Thank you, everyone.
I've built a house, and I've been building it for years. There are still holes in the wall and a cold draft winding through, and water dripping from the roof. It's not finished, after all. In the bedroom, there's a photo of myself on the wall when I was younger, and every night it looks over me as I sleep, and every night I say sorry to him. I say sorry to the past, because I hate the past me for building the house the way it is, for putting the plugs too far away from where the electronics will be comfortable, and the doorways where they are awkward to walk through, and the empty rooms in the wrong order. I want to burn the house down. I want to sit in the decayed and back garden and watch as the house fires turn to ashes, and I want to bury the ashes in the ground and leave them for the insects and the worms and for the forgotten history. And when it's all over, I find that picture of a young, happy boy with a glimmer in his eye and a hopeful smile, and I would start again. And this time, I wouldn't let him down. I would build that house from scratch the way I want it so I could live in it, and I would put the photo back on my wall and go to bed happy. No, I didn't let him down. But I can't do that. I can't burn this house. I need this house to live in and to protect me. And although I get lost in it at times, and the light bulbs need replacing every now and again, in these walls I'm never truly lost. I may hate that home, but that house is me. And after 22 years, it's too late for some interior design. For now, that photograph faces the wall, and when this house is full, I turn it back. Thank you.
This is a poem about folk music, and I'm going to sing, so I hope it's not awkward for everyone, because it might be awkward for me. I was born and bred to the sound of folk music. As a child, I would curl up on coats, I would sleep across chairs. I sat in my mother's melodeon case, lined in soft green velvet, and slept like a cat, And as I dreamt, as I wandered the line between waking and sleeping, around me blossomed the music of folk from our local folk hall. Fortnightly Friday, through the rain and the smog and the showers, old boys and gap-toothed darlings would gather to share a pint and share a tune. People with much talent and others with none. Some with nimble fluting fingers and others dredging dirges from bagpipes like you've never heard. They all sang songs they loved, songs they recognised, songs their mothers had sung to them. Guitar rhythms and dulcimers twang, hurdy-gurdy glory and Irish fiddle jigs. The friends of my town would curl and unfurl, they would settle to the warm ale, to the tobacco pipes. The ceilings would echo and each tried his luck. Don't sing love songs, you'll wake my mother. She's sleeping here, right by my side, and in her right hand is a silver dagger. She says that I can't be your bride. Before bed, every night my mother would sing to me, her soft voice creaking with disuse, with the accent she learnt to lean to with song. She would make believe that they were lullabies and refine the lyrics around age-old tunes. My mother's voice is my first memory, and even now, when she sings, my soul can remember it. Oh, the sheep are in the meadow and the cows are in the corn. You're longer laying in thy bed, Bonnie, at morn. I'd listen to songs about my hometown, about trawler boys lost on the waves, of young maids wronged and wronged and wronged again, this one with a baby in her arms, and that one with a baby, and that one. Oh, I wish my baby he was born, and sitting on his daddy's knee, and I, poor girl, was in my grave, with the long green grass growing all over me. But then there is that one good one about lovely Joan, who takes the Lord's horse and his ring, and even her own maidenhead, and runs off into the distance. And as he made for the pooks of hay, she leapt on his horse and she tore away. He called and he called and he called in vain, but lovely Joan ne'er looked back again. They're the stories of my heritage, of my land and my home. They're the stories in my fingertips, the ones that roll around on the tip of my tongue unbidden. They flow from my lips when I am not watching. When I'm doing the dishes or washing my hair, I find myself in songs I had long forgotten. Well, I grew up in Yorkshire not many years ago. I met the little Yorkshire lass that allows you all to know. She was so blithe and buxom, so beautiful and gay, and when I looked into her eyes I could hear her father say, treat me daughter decent, don't do her any harm, and when I die I'll leave you both me tidy little farm, me cow, me pig, me sheep, me goat, me stock, me fields and barn, and all the little chickens in the garden. They're the songs I hope to one day teach my children. They're the words that I will sing and the lullabies that I will find. I know them better than I know the Lord's Prayer, or the Brownie's Promise, or my father's favourite food. And when my housemates tell me off for singing too many depressing songs about lost girls and lost loves and babies drowned beneath the ocean, I can turn my head to them and belt out as loud as I dare. And there was Brown Ware, upside down, mopping up the whiskey on the floor. Booze, booze, the fireman cried as he came knocking at the door. Oh, don't let him in till it's all mopped up. Somebody shouted, McIntyre, McIntyre. And they all got blue, blind, paralytic drunk when the old dun cow caught fire. Thank you.